FutureProbe. I don't know what episode number it is, but listen, it doesn't matter because what matters is the future. What matters is what will happen in the future. What is the future of humanity? What is the future of boys? Probably ask that all the time. Mm-hmm. Well, we got a short film that answers that. This guy right here, Julian Mitchell Clark. No, what is your... listen, that's personal info.
Lee.
Wait, what?
I have two. Lewis Lee.
What?
One, it's like a grandfather from each side.
Really?
Their first name, yeah.
I don't even have one middle name.
It
you
must
have
be
two?
like a Belgian thing.
Oh, okay.
They usually take the godparents and put them.
Oh, okay.
Put them both in.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Julian Lewis Lee Clark. Rocco Bodie. We're together. We're doing a stream here, and we're talking about this guy directed a short that I was in. You saw in 2020. God, it's been that long?
Yeah.
That feels like we filmed it. I mean, it feels like we filmed it a while ago, but I would have
Yeah.
guessed like a year. 4 years? Almost.
4 years almost. I was talking to you about it
Wow.
4 years ago.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do remember that. And you did this awesome sci-fi short. You told me about it. You said, would you want to be in it? I looked at it, and it's like, oh, this looks awesome. Done. Let's do it. We filmed it in July 2020. There was a brief 35-second window where, oh, looks like the pandemic it looks like pretty much all over. Okay, yeah, film wherever you like. And then we went to film in LA, and like even stepping out of the car to film it. Oh, by the way, we're gonna have to shut everything down again. By the way, that's that we were wrong about that. It's like, oh, okay. Well, let's film this. Okay.
We were graced by like California tourism for July 4th.
Oh my
like
God.
The only reason.
And that's when we did it,
yeah.
like on the 4th of July.
Yeah. Remember we heard
Wow.
fireworks that one night.
Yeah.
And you were cool enough that you just came and shot a short on July 4th. You didn't have
Well,
any
you know, what are you going to do? You go to a barbecue anytime, but this was a rare opportunity.
Yeah.
Man, I forgot about that. So anyway, long story short, we filmed that then. You took a couple years, polished it up, made this incredible short that not only is directed really awesome, but has incredible effects. I mean, you're not some powerhouse VFX studio. It's you've got a small operation, and what you're able to achieve is incredible. So it came out. It did the film festival circuit. Played at a bunch of theaters. Maybe you saw it, and then this last December, it hit the internet. It finally went up on the Dust YouTube channel, which is prestigious because they got all kinds of sci-fi shorts, things like that. So you're in very good company, and it was on there. That's what you've done. You got stuff coming in the future too. You also have an incredible channel. Sorry, I'm doing the whole intro for
Thank you.
This incredible channel. What's the best way to introduce the channel that you work on?
It's like an esoteric art house cinema. We're just like experimenting, making short films.
And it's called, do I have it right? God's Abomination?
Yep.
Okay.
God's Abomination.
I kept almost saying God's Favorite, and I'm like, I don't think favorite was the
brand.
word.
I think that's the brand.
Okay. I think so.
But yeah, it also has Eric, who leads in Future Boys.
Yes,
So
Eric.
Noke Eric on YouTube.
Okay, so that's how you say.
Yeah.
I've seen his channel name written a million times, but I never said it out loud. So
Yep.
I was like,
Noke
how
Eric.
do you say that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Crazy, creative powerhouse.
Yeah.
He has his own YouTube channel too, Noke Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so of course he was in it as well. And I bring up that we shot it a few years ago because I remember in 2020 posting clips from our studio of him or Eric running on. You had a treadmill on our green screen, and he's like hooked up to tubes and stuff going.
Yeah,
he's like
yeah.
almost naked. And I think I posted it under wow, this is what Governor Gavin Newsom, he opened restaurants to, I don't remember what it was. I made it was some political joke. It was like,
you were like judging from the crow's
yeah,
nest,
it's just
like,
me going, damn, this is what restaurants look like now that they reopened, or something like that. I made some joke.
It's such a surreal clip though. It is like, because I
Yeah.
think that was one of the one shots, man, I don't know if you could pull that up, but like everyone in the group, we had all hands on deck for that shot. We were like, there was the tube dangling. So someone was shaking the tube. Someone was creating shadows so that it could line up with the lighting in post. And it was like all hands on deck. And it's a crazy shot.
Yeah, I'm really sorry I don't have that shot on me right now. I tried to pull it up earlier and I couldn't get it for some reason.
Twitter's hard to
search. But yeah, people for so long were going, what were you filming? What was that you were filming? And now you know. I mean, if you didn't figure
we
it out
really
already.
made him wait. We really made him wait.
Yes.
This was like, man, I put all the budget into like the production, so the post-production was very slow. It was like, I basically did 90% of post. I had a
wow.
I had a great 3D artist. It's not totally true. @_TheeB Thebe. He is incredible. His name's Peter. He's from Poland, and he did the CG art, and then I did all the compositing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll talk about that stuff later.
Okay,
but,
yeah, definitely. Oh, and the channel too, your God's Abomination channel. We should say too, we recorded a short. God, how long was that ago?
Probably middle of last year, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah,
I think so.
So anyway, we recorded a short forever ago. That's still going to be on the way at some point.
Yeah.
I have photos from it, and I'm always like, should I post them now? I'll wait. So wait.
It'll come out this year.
And then Noah helped with that. How do you say his last name? Noah.
Yeah, Noah Monk.
Noah Monk. Yeah.
Sad World on YouTube.
Yeah. And the stuff that he posts too is on another level.
He's part of God's Abomination group.
Yeah.
Where we all make short films, and all three of us are like writing. We've got a pilot and we've got a feature. We're both.
Oh, that's awesome.
We're trying to do some bigger stuff next year. We have a bunch of shorts coming out this year, and then some bigger stuff next year, hopefully.
That's great. What I what I love about what Noah does too is that he also understands that, you know, it's one thing to put a filter on something to make it look weird, but nothing will ever look as weird as going to the original format of something. Like he will show me like I recorded a video with this he was telling me it was like I got a Sony point and shoot camera from 2004 or 6 or whatever that can kind of do video, and I shot this video I'm working on with that, and you see it, and it's scarier because it's like it's like this 320 by 240 resolution video, and it just looks like
you can't replicate it with plugins.
You really can't. And immediately he shows it to me, and I'm like, oh, it looks like a serial killer film. You know, you can't just copy that. You can't just easily replicate that. So anyway, you think that'd be an easy thing to figure out, but a lot of people, no, just put this weird filter on. It makes it look trippy, and sometimes that works, but you'll never quite get that guttural, like, ugh, you know.
There's a big wave of like FMV style kind of. I've seen a lot recently. Like,
yeah, for sure.
A lot of them use those plugins, and it just doesn't hit the same.
Yeah, it's not quite the same.
Yeah.
You know who does a really good job? Who's the? She has like a TikTok where it's like almost like a horror game, and she talks like do you know? I don't know how else to describe it, but it's almost like an old CD-ROM game. She makes it look like she's in a CD-ROM. Molly Moon, I think that's who it is.
Okay.
But that aesthetic is cool too. Yeah, everybody I knew they were gonna know who it was. Anyway, what we thought we would do, we could talk more about all this stuff, but in case you never saw it, we're just going to play the short film. It's just under 10 minutes-ish, between 9 and 10, and we're just going to play it. Maybe you never saw it. Now's your chance. And then we'll talk about it some more. And then we got some behind-the-scenes stuff to talk about. We're going to talk about that. We'll talk about just filmmaking stuff in general. We're going to get really deep into film stuff you probably never even heard of,
deep
terms you never even heard of. We're going to talk about, like, did you see Reservoir Dogs?
Oh, yeah.
They probably haven't. They're going to be like,
they did that for real too. Like, that's why it was so cheap. All the killing.
Well, yeah. Well, it was based on a true story, but I don't know if they. It's a documentary.
We did everything. So everything you're about to see is real.
Yeah.
And enjoy.
Okay, here we go. Future Boys, enjoy.
is almost over. In 5 minutes, you can clock out. Just make sure to put Angus through another extraction cycle. He remains our most valuable and vital producer. Something just flew in and took over 122.
Okay, what?
Go now. It's a rogue frequency. I can't see what they're showing him. You've got to take it down fast, Lou. He likes it. Have him try it on. Tell him he has a home now. Arm the micro-jolt. At max power, you have enough for one shot.
Okay,
Make it count, Lou.
okay.
Approach the drone. Nice hit, Lou. We need to fix this fast. Approach him.
I'm sorry. Do you need help?
I gotta go. Repeat after me. If you go, there's no coming back. The cities are all dark.
If you go, there's no coming back. The cities are all dark now. Let's get you back home, Angus.
Lou, stop him. Lou, go after him. Go after him, Lou, now. Hello? Angus is running away.
Hey, Angus.
Subscribe to Dust for new sci-fi every week.
Okay, everyone. Whoops. Okay, hello. You just saw Dust's new merchandise. So pick up a
None
hoodie.
of that gives me money. None of that.
Oh,
goes to
okay,
me.
okay, okay.
That's a Dust. They
Dust
like
exclusive.
Yeah, they like to
Money.
slap a little extra at the end.
That's, they keep their stuff funded. I see how you do it. Okay, so there it was, everybody. Future Boys. I think that's pretty much a wrap on our stream tonight. Thank you very much. Take care. No, we're going to talk about that. Okay, so explain the whole short. What did all of that mean? Because I didn't understand any of it. Explain every shot. Go ahead. From the top. What was the guy in the vat?
He grew up there.
Oh, okay. There you
That's
have it.
all I kinda
There you
wanna
have it,
say.
everybody. That
Yeah.
really,
That's all I want to say.
Future Boys is my most spiritual film. Elaborate on that. No. Anyway, no. Okay, so really, really awesome. Love that. And you know what's funny? I know whose voice that was at the end. That was Ted Kaczynski, or who's the guy on The Office? Ted Kaczynski. No, it was the Unabomber. Never mind.
He is in a cabin in the middle of the woods, though.
That's true. It could have worked. Should have said John Krasinski. Anyway, that's not who that was. But yeah, so incredible short. Again, as you said, you took a long time on the post for that because it was you said 90% you doing that.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
there was a lot of heavy lifting by the 3D artist. He was on for like 4 months working back and forth with me, just like, passion project stuff. We were working nights and weekends.
Sure.
And that's kind of what made it such a long process is the bulk of I edited it. I did the VFX. I did the sound design. It was just long. It just took a while. There was a lot of, you remember that on set there was not much. You'll see later the BTS. There was just a lot of like production value that I had to inject into post because of budget constraints. And,
yes. So that's what I was going to say is, you guys, we shot that. It was like an empty ass parking garage. And I remember being there, and it was like, so we're just in a parking garage. Okay, they did bring in. You guys brought in one big tank.
Yeah,
that was real. That was right there, and I'm like, oh, okay, so it's just a big parking garage with a tank in it. That's it.
We had one master tank. It was all done up.
And then Julian is like, no, there's gonna be like a row of tanks. There's gonna be a bunch of them. I'm like, what? How? Okay, you're just gonna like copy this one and put a bunch more in here. And then I'm looking around, I'm like, don't you want, I'm like acting like I know everything. So I'm like, don't you want to put like motion trackers on? Because they're shooting me like handheld walking through a parking garage. I'm like, how are you gonna put more tanks in here? There's no green screen, there's no blue screen.
Do you want to go to the there is shots of you walking with no tanks in that
is it the iCloud
in the frame?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
If you go up and just start that. Like we can around there.
Yeah. Let me hit the.
We can pause when.
Okay, everybody. So we're gonna look through. This is some behind the scenes material here.
There's a lot of raw. This is before pre-VFX. Also, this is like I kind of chopped it up. There's like a lot of like temp VFX in this. There's a lot of stuff that didn't end up, routes that I was exploring that didn't end up making it.
Okay.
In the final cut. So this is very early. I think this is like a year and a half before release.
Oh,
so this is very early.
Okay. Should we just let it play, or just kind of go through it?
Let's show the VAT stuff
around here
in the middle. Yeah. Let's see. Keep scrubbing forward.
Okay. Let's see.
Right around here. Here we go.
Yeah.
That
okay.
one.
Wait. I'm gonna start back here. So, okay. There's the drone. Whatever.
So this is and then I had to remove like all the cars from this. This is us showing up, and I filled it with VATs. But we found this cool UCSD parking lot with blue VATs.
Yeah,
you can't really tell it because it's black and white.
Was this UCSD or UCLA?
UCSD.
Really?
Yeah. And this is just a guerrilla filmmaking drone shot.
Okay. Wow.
There's me with a tracking marker, and that's our temp. That was my temp drone, and just to figure out the cut, like. There we go.
Look, that's
it.
Pause
on that.
That's just
and
look, I'm walking around and he's like, no, there's going to be tanks there. Don't worry. What? How?
That one of the, that one is like.
There's just.
That kind of rattles my soul because I remember staring at this for a long time before there were VFX.
But again, okay, at least this shot is a locked shot and you could just, okay, let me put some tanks around here. But then later on, you got me walking around in it and stuff. I'm like, what are we doing? What's the plan here? I like the light changing there. But anyway.
And you can see this cut's a little different. But yeah, we added the screen there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. The edit is a little different than how it ended up being.
We cut the whistling.
Oh, okay. Well, I couldn't whistle anyway.
It just wasn't working. It was feeling very like ADR.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Yeah.
This shot was cut.
Oh.
Just because it's a little too, I don't know. It's kind of cool, but it wasn't fully clear what that was.
So that's in our studio, right?
Yeah, so we did 2 days in the parking garage, 2 nights in the parking garage, and then we did 2 days at Mega 64.
Yeah.
On their green screen.
So this is in our green screen right now.
I was adding tracking markers there.
Oh, okay. Well, so you had some.
Sometimes it's useful. Sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, in the concrete garage, the concrete is such a nice texture. You can 3D track really easily.
Oh, really?
In the concrete. Yeah.
No kidding. I would not have known that.
Yeah. On green, you need it, though, because there's nothing to grab.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. Wow. In my mind, it's always like, no, you need some kind of little thing. But, I really cut my teeth in After Effects in like 2012 and haven't, like, I occasionally use it, but I kind of avoid it. Whenever we're working on videos, I always like to do stuff as, like, simplistic as possible, So it's like, if I could just do this in Premiere really easily or just whatever, I'll do that. But,
you can do a lot in Premiere. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, now you can. Yeah. Used to be like, oh no, you can't achieve anything there in terms of
because they've brought in a lot of After Effects DNA.
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even just like blurring people's faces now. There's a tool just built into Premiere where just like, okay, circle their face. All right, it's blurry, and they walk away, and it tracks it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I used After Effects just this last week because I wanted there to be a shot in the Boysenberry Festival video we just did. I wanted to give myself purple eyes.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, let me just rotoscope my eyes and do, whatever. I haven't done this in a while. And how easy it was compared to how it used to be. I just click my eyes and it's like, all right, done. It's like, what? I don't have to correct this every frame. Like it's gotten a lot better. So kind of amazing.
That's actually when I started After Effects, 2012. That's when I started. I've been working it since then.
Wow. Yeah.
It's brutal. It has a brutal learning curve.
Yes.
I powered through that. And for like 6 years, I was like beating my head against it.
Yeah.
Now it's like butter. It's like clean. It's like my comfort app.
Oh, now I'm not
all of this was After
not going to
Effects.
say that, but
See, the CG was done in Blender by the Blender artist.
Okay.
And then I did all the compositing in After Effects. I've got like a lot of just like special sauce in After Effects that I've kind of.
Yeah. Man, I remember you showing me the footage like when we were around here and stuff like that, and thinking I looked so cool compared to what I thought at the time. Listen, it wasn't super hot, but it was kind of sweaty, right? Wasn't it at the time?
It was a hot night.
Yeah, and I was running around, so I'm feeling like extra.
Oh, you were getting covered in glycerin by our makeup artist. She was like adding.
Yeah.
She was like, you were just layered.
I was just like feeling wet and fat and terrible. And then you would show me like this footage, and it would be like, dude, this looks so cool. Yeah, that was really, really awesome. By the way, Spookums EXE, thank you for your sub.
Sick temp VFX there.
Oh, that's great. I just kind of let this keep playing. Is that okay?
Yeah.
It's okay with you?
It's fun.
But anyway, so it was so much fun doing that. Didn't we go when we were in the garage? Didn't we go until like it was like daylight?
Two overnights. I think the second night we spared you. You had like a half night, and you drove back.
Yeah, that was awesome.
We kept going till daylight both nights.
Well, now I feel bad because I had a great night.
We started at 6 and ended at 6.
Oh, wow.
It was brutal.
Yeah.
We had a great team.
I just remember messaging with friends when we were done, and they were like, "Oh, you're up early," and I'm like, "Nope, we just finished filming." It was like, "Oh, one of those days, huh?" But I had a great time.
Yeah, they were as good as overnights can be. You know? They're always rough.
I'm always, I still, and I've tried to fight this. I am a night owl when it comes to like being creative. I'm always like, I want to stay up late.
Yeah.
I want to do. So this was second nature to me. It was just like, no, I'm in the zone. Let's go.
Yeah. You didn't care.
I didn't. No, it didn't bother me at all. But I never mind that stuff either. I also don't mind like, oh, we got to wake up real early for something. Okay, fine. Really, the only thing that's an inconvenience to me is sometimes, it's like, oh, I wish I want to go to bed early, but I'm not tired or, something like that. But I've never minded, tweaking my hours. You know what I mean? Like some people, it's like, oh, it's so hard to wake up early. I'm like, I'm excited. Yeah. If it's something, I guess if it's like, when I was like working at Blockbuster, I didn't want to wake up super early. I guess that.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's something for this or something here at Mega 64, I'm always like, yeah, let's go. When we were on tour, it was like, I know we had a late night after the show, but if we do wake up at dawn, we can look at the Grand Canyon and see that it's like, oh yeah, fine, yeah, great. When it's something I'm excited about, that'll wake me up anyway. So anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about my sleep schedule now. We're supposed to be talking about this stuff.
Someone said since it took years for this to happen, how do you keep from talking or gushing about your unreleased projects?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I have no online presence, not as much as you. So it's easy for me to just hide away and work on it.
We got used to it. That was a challenge when we started it. When we started Mega 64, it was like literally founded on the principle of, hey guys, don't talk with everyone about this, because I find that when you tell all your 20 I'm not even talking about online, just even talking with like 20 of your buddy, if you have like a dozen friends or whatever, or even less, sometimes when you tell everybody it feels like you did it already. You know what I mean? Like
definitely.
Yeah, we're gonna film this thing, and
you'll lose energy.
Yeah, it kind of like everyone already. Oh wow! And then you kind of just never get around to doing it. Yeah. So I specifically, when we started Mega 64, I told Derek, "Hey, I'm gonna tell you about this, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the concept. What do you think? Oh, well, we should do this too. Okay, great." Should we tell Sean? Maybe he could help. Okay. But then it was like, don't talk to anybody else about this. And that really did help, I think, us get things done. So, yeah. I mean, I'm sure you wanted to tell all kinds of people about some of the cool shots you got. See, look, where's he running? That's not the one. That's not a forest. There you go.
Yeah. And then this is Mega 64 Studios here.
Yeah.
This is
and you were turning the branches and all that stuff?
Yeah. We wanted to get a little bit of light. Just kind of differentiation. Someone said, how did you fund this? This was self-funded. I saved up just from corporate freelance.
Wow.
Just grinding for a few years, just saving up. And yeah.
Do you want to say the budget or keep it to yourself?
I'll say the budget here. Yeah. It was $15K.
Okay.
posts and everything.
And what would you say? What was the biggest? Like, where
honestly,
did most of that go?
We covered everyone's transportation and gas and food. There were so many.
You
like,
did everything
things.
legitimately too.
We paid the tech people. We had a big budget for lenses and rentals.
Okay,
and
so you did all that.
We were scrappy. We were still scrappy. I really, for the full 10 minutes producing this, I think we really saved a ton of money where we could. But it's just, it all adds up. All these little things. There was like 10 people on set. They're all driving there. The vat, we bought a rainwater tank. That was like $600 or $800 for the tank.
Wow. I didn't even consider that.
And then we had to paint it, and it had to be stored for a little bit.
Yeah, that stuff all adds up.
It all adds up.
Then I did.
How much were the earnings? I'm not going to disclose that.
Gentlemen, do not discuss
Short
earnings.
films don't make money. Short films don't make money. This was just basically, I made this. Oh, this was the treatment deck. That's how I got you on board.
Yeah.
But the short films don't make money. This was just made, for no good reason, and to have like a director's statement. I was really like pushing myself with this, and I hadn't really made a short in a while. I drifted into the music video world.
Yeah.
And I kind of hit a ceiling with like narrative in the music video world, and then just wanted. This was just in my head, and I was lucky enough to like be able to make it.
That's awesome. Yeah, and it would have cost, truth be told, even less had I not. I kind of took a relatively big cut.
The Mega 64 rental was rough.
The rental, but just for me, just to be able to, buy the stuff.
He drives a hard bargain, but I did get to him with the money. If you need Rocco in your short, just offer him.
Pay up. I'll do whatever. It doesn't really matter to me. As long as I get money. Anyway, no, that's great. Well, you made it. You made it go far, and this got screened at. It was killing me. I couldn't make it. They showed it at, what was the thing in L.A. At the American Cinematheque.
It was a proof of concept film festival.
Yes.
Proof, I think, Film Fest, and it was all shorts that were like, could be bigger ideas. This was like Future Boys. I have like an outline for a feature and a series, but they're very big and ambitious. I'm not gonna make those. That's kind of like down the road for me.
Okay.
Just because I want to cut my teeth on some scrappier, more attainable feature films. And I'm working my way up. We're doing like a 20-minute pilot later this year.
Oh, no kidding! Wow.
Yeah, and then next year we're gonna do, hopefully get one of these features. I live down in the South with my wife Erin. By the way, Erin, my wife, is on the couch. She was the costume designer on the short.
Hello.
She dealt with a lot of latex for Eric.
Yes.
And
that's right.
that was a pain in the butt. It was like coming apart every night, and she was, gluing it back together with rubber cement and cleaning it. It was tough. That was like a pain in the ass.
I was gonna
and then
say.
it was like it was like a latex dress. It was for a woman. We bought it on eBay.
Oh.
And we modified it, so we kind of like cut it off at the. We gave like Eric like an adult diaper, and then layered that in latex, which was like a latex sealant for like elderly people that don't want the diapers to leak.
Okay.
So we kind of just did this latex kit bash, and there was like a jock strap in there so we could mount the tube.
Yeah.
It was super complicated. Aaron was a trooper on costume department. Yours was easy though.
Yeah, I was going to say mine was just like a bunch of white clothes.
Yeah, you should go to iCloud.
Okay.
See your get up here.
Okay, let's see if we can show everyone this. Okay, so we got a whole.
That first one's good for your. Yeah, that's.
That was the outfit right there.
I modeled it off like kind of outfits I've seen you wear.
Yeah, absolutely. It was
comfort.
I was like, oh man, what am I gonna have to put on for this? What's gonna be the deal? And then once I got this, I was like, oh yeah, we're good. Only thing is, I never wear white. I really don't.
Really?
Yeah, because I want to just hide my body as much as possible. So then all white. That was new for me, but it was cool. It fit the short perfect.
What? Nobody. You're like around no one. You're kind of alone in this facility.
Exactly. Yeah. And it actually looks like I'm just kind of like I'm made to work, but also made for comfort a little bit. In terms of like I gotta I live in what I do kind of thing. Like I don't know if that makes
that was
sense,
the idea. Just pure.
That's my feeling on it.
Pure comfort.
Yeah. That's really cool. Shall I look through some other stuff here?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Can flip through these. This shows off the parking garage we were in.
Yeah. This is the.
Am I directing you here?
Look there it is.
Oh, this was the. Oh yeah, we got the shot. This was a classic car dolly. We didn't have to set up a dolly.
Oh yeah.
We just shot right out the side of the car. Honda Fit, great production vehicle. That Fit broke down outside Mega 64 Studios.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, we had to.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it broke down on the way out with all the gear, and we had a closing time. We had to return the gear downtown, and we were like down to the wire returning it.
Oh my god. Oh,
my
that's
car
scary.
gave up right outside.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Speaking of terrifying, somebody Nyrate in the chat says, Rocco, did you eat in that outfit? I actually did, and that was a scare too because
I didn't think about that.
No, we got catering. You guys got these really good burritos, and it was just a bunch of different ones. Like, all right, pick one. And I saw, was it Autobata? It was like pork marinated in the most red. It was like the most blood red. It would look like you bit into a brain or something. Like it was so blood red, and I was so hungry, so I chowed down on that burger. Oh my gosh, I'm so hungry! And then it just hit me. It's like, if at any point this had fallen, I was almost done when I realized. I was like, if at any point this had fallen, it would have messed. I would have no costume. Why didn't I?
It would have been.
I took no precaution.
I would have hated you because I would have had to fix it in post. So like months later, I would have been like, Rocco.
Oh, that
slob.
sucks. Yeah, yeah. I'm
you were
glad.
Clean. You were clean.
I didn't even think about it. I think I'm a pro at this point. No, I got to eat. You know, people were always, we did theater back in the day, and then of course Mega 64. I think through all those conditions, I know, they always tell you don't eat in your costume, but I've trained enough to like, okay, they're not looking. Yeah, I'm eating in I'm not getting out of my costume.
Also,
okay, whatever.
Big tip: if you want people to hang out and do overnights and have a good spirit, feed them really well on set. Don't do pizza.
Yeah.
We didn't do pizza. Screw pizza on set.
Oh, that's no good?
What,
because of like mess or just in general?
I don't know. It's like it's like cheap. If you get the Domino's, like that's like a standard on like a lot of student short films.
Maybe you
don't feel this way, but like pizza's demoralizing for me.
You know what? That's interesting. I never thought about that.
It slows me down. I don't know. That might just be a personal.
Yeah, I will say that
thing.
when I have that, I do feel much grosser going into the next thing. When we shot something at the Universal lot once because they did a promotion for the Warcraft movie that for some reason we were involved in. I don't know why.
I've seen that video.
Yeah, I don't know why we got involved in that. It's like 1,000 way bigger YouTubers than us, and it's like, yeah, us and Markiplier, the two biggest YouTubers. Anyway, but we were there, and yeah, when they fed us there, now that I'm flashing back to all this, when they fed us there, it was really good Thai food. Like it was like all different containers of Thai food, and it was like, oh man, is this pad see ew? Oh, that's great. And yeah, felt better. It was a better vibe. I never thought about that till right now. Pizza, I'll never say no to pizza. I'm stoked about pizza, but yeah. It's kind of there's an attitude. By the way, on my streams, I talk way too much about food. So if this gets carried away, you can cut me off at any point.
It's a core tenet of film sets.
Yeah.
I mean,
but it does kind of, with pizza, it's kind of like, there's an aura of just eat this and let's get going. Yeah. Like, and now I feel like shit. Well, you got to film it anyway. Yeah. That's interesting. Those burritos are really good though.
Yeah.
And I think when we were here, we got, what was it? Some sandwich thing or something.
Yeah. We had to. Was it Jersey Mike's? Maybe
something like that.
Something
But I will say, and this isn't your fault. I ordered a Cuban sandwich. That was probably the worst Cubano I've ever had. It wasn't even a bad sandwich. I don't think they knew what they were doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just it was like a ham sandwich on white bread. It was like, okay.
That sucks.
It worked. It was fine. It was good, but it was like,
wait. What were you doing on the green screen days?
I was just here. But they got me a sandwich.
Oh, cool.
That's it.
That's great.
Yeah.
My producers,
I was very happy.
My producers are great. Adam Hersko, Ronataz, him and I, we produced this, and Matt and Katie from afar. We had a great set of producers on this. These are all high school friends.
Oh, no kidding. Okay, I didn't know how
I've
you
worked
knew
with
them.
forever.
That's awesome.
My producers were great.
Yeah.
Couldn't have done it. It's such a hard thing to hold in your head alone. You need good people.
And
it was a tight crew, but it was like solid people that could wear a lot of hats.
You guys really were. It was super pro. It was really like, a lot of times, in those kind of scenarios, it's like, okay, what are we doing? I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. No, this was run like any professional studio we've ever shot at, so.
I'm glad you were comfy. That's good.
Yeah, everything was great. It really was great. But again, it was a weird time. Again, you saw everyone wearing the masks a minute ago. Again, we were in that point where it was like, everyone kept saying like, oh, the pandemic's going to be over this summer. It's done. That's the end. It's not flu season, so it's over. And then, yeah, this weekend when it arrived was like, is it? Wait, are we fine? We're not? We are? We're fine. We're not fine.
I think I told
What?
you we were like up in the air. And then
Yeah.
Riverside, because we were waiting on Riverside parking garage. This is like a government parking lot.
Okay, yeah.
So and I got this connect to get this. Finding a empty parking garage sounds easy. It's very hard.
No, I could totally, yeah.
And this one was empty. We were lucky that nobody was working. It was a government holiday.
Yeah.
That's why we slipped in. Is the July 4th weekend.
That's crazy.
That's
really
I think
crazy.
We scheduled it that weekend just by chance, and it all worked out. It was
Yeah.
like it wasn't like we were scheming to get it in. It was just like, hey, we're not sure if we can do this.
Yeah.
And then, we got the green lit like that week,
Wow,
and Rocco
man.
was down. We were the whole crew was ready to go. And
Dude.
it was very tense for a little bit.
Hey, I want to give a shout out Super Mega in the chat. What's up, you guys? We're showing this. Maybe you learn a thing or two. You know, you guys want to make a short. You know, I was in that music video, the working out thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
but,
saw
you know, weird. They were weird the whole time. Didn't even comb his hair for the shoot. Sweaty. They didn't even take the minute to wipe the towel, use the towel, wipe themselves off.
Weinstein vibe.
It was. I mean, you name it. Just everything was just ooky, you know, and a lot of sand on the set. I don't even think that was supposed to be there. It wasn't even intentional. I think it was just dirty. So, you know, guys, learn a thing or two from this guy right here, Julian. Have him direct your next video. You know, I think at one point, some Matthew got hit with a beach ball. They left that take in. They didn't even do a take 2 to fix it, where he catches it and goes, "Ha! I caught the ball. Yay!" No, they left in him getting hit.
Pretty hostile environment.
Yeah, you know. So you gotta fix that stuff. All right.
Sometimes that works though. Sometimes you
Superman.
get great acting from a hostile environment.
Yeah. I don't even know if Dax Flame is in that video. I don't even know if he's supposed to be. I think he just wandered in. I think they just left the door open. It's like, oh no, what? He's here. Well, roll the camera. That's how the shoot went. Okay, let's see. Was this earlier in the day or later?
So
What is
cool. It
this?
says 9:49 p.m. You can
Oh,
kinda
okay.
check. Wow,
Oh, I didn't
July
even know.
3rd. Dude, I think this is still setting up. These were like the first shots of the night. So we prepped from sundown to now. This was, I think we're like a few shots in. We're getting all the VAT stuff with Rocco.
Ah, yeah.
Walking around. But yeah,
Man.
that's Fio Karpenko and Pasha, the second AC.
Okay.
And the cinematographer. They were fantastic.
You guys really inspired us too. I will say this, because everything you shot, is there? I don't know if there is, but is there anything from inside Mega 64 Studio here? Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Let's see.
Let's take a look. Maybe not.
Oh, I don't think.
But you guys had. Oh, what is this shot? What the hell is this? I'm probably contemplating life there, stuff like that.
If you wonder what Rocco does in between takes.
Yeah, I was just taking in the view.
Yeah.
And anytime.
Oh, that's that's the end of the night. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Sunrise.
5:21 a.m.
Wow.
This is literally, I think, what I was talking about. Is I think I have friends texting me like, "Oh, getting ready for work." It's like, "Oh, I'm about to go to bed." But anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah.
Something about Mega 64 Studios green screen.
Oh, what was it? Yeah, I lost it. I don't remember what I was gonna say. I got sidetracked. Oh no, you inspired us because you had these lights. You had those big tube lights.
Yeah.
That you could change the colors, and they had an iPad app where you would hit a button and make it look like flames, and then a button that would make it look like water was rippling over your face.
Maybe.
You know.
Do you mind if I?
Yeah. Go for it.
Maybe in this we can see it.
Oh, okay.
Because I think it was in. You might be able to catch a glimpse here.
Yeah.
Maybe not. But I can describe it. Up here above this, we had like a grid of these tube lights, and our DP like masterminded this. But it gave us, we basically had to set up like all these lights, so it was front heavy. We had to build all these lights out above the set. But then for the rest of the day, he basically was able to iPad control all of our lighting environments, and they were all like top down. He would like accent it with like other lights, but that was our like main key. It was like top down, and that really helped with like the forest shot, because that lighting, we just needed that like hit of lighting from the top to kind of glue it all together.
Just the fact that in an iPad app you were hitting like make it look like the room's on fire, make it look like aliens are coming in the room.
Yeah.
All that stuff, we saw that. It was like, wait, why don't we have these lights? We need these now. So then we ended up like, we bought some. I think you rented like 80 of them or something. Maybe not that many, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a lot.
But I think we bought a couple right after. And what's funny is we bought a couple of the lights and then got them. It was like, dude, now we can do what he was doing. Hell yeah. Hey, how do these turn on? They're not turning on. What's going on?
Oh, no.
Oh, the power unit is its own purchase. That's a huge purchase.
Oh.
That's what? So they sat in the back of our
Oh, man.
closet like, we'll deal with this another day. And then we never did anything. And then just recently, I'm talking in the last year, someone put out the power thing where it was like a fourth of the price of what it used to be. And it was like, we should get one now. Okay, and we did, and now we use it all the time.
Oh, sick. Good.
Now
That's sweet.
yeah, so it paid off, but oh my God.
Did you use that in GamerDad? There was so much colored light in that. Yeah.
Yes, I think so. There's also, I feel terrible because, well, I don't feel, I'm feeling all right, but there is some stuff we shot for someone else's independent movie. It's really weird. I was just thinking the other day, there is a bunch of commercial work we did in, I don't know what it is. We've done commercial work for various companies, people, whatever, since Mega 64 started. Like Ubisoft, I think we did stuff for them in like 2004. Like so almost since the beginning we've been doing that. And pretty much everyone always sees it, or if something doesn't get used, we'll find another way to put it somewhere. Like specifically, I remember Ubisoft, they had us make commercials for uplay.com, and then it reached a point where like, hey, we're never going to use these. Okay, can we refigure this footage into a different video and censor Uplay and make it look like I'm saying mega64.com? Yeah, and so we did that, so it came out. But we've done commercial work since 2020 or 2021 every year, and I don't know if anyone's seen any of it. Like,
Dang,
like we did, like over the pandemic, we were asked to do something for a big company. I can't say which one here. I think we showed some of it at a panel once, but and it was like, oh, you could do this? Yeah. Oh, great. You're still in production? Yeah, do this for us. Okay. And then, 2021 it was done, and we never heard from it.
Was that the thing you asked me to do VFX for?
Yeah.
Briefly? Yeah.
Yeah. So that didn't we made that.
Right.
But we didn't need your help because when we told them how destructive it was going to be, they were like, "Oh, we don't do that.
Oh.
Can we tone that down?" Yeah, and then it was something we just did on our own, and then they were like, "Thanks."
Oh, right,
and then
right. Because it was an explosion.
Yes.
Yeah.
They wanted to. We were going to blow up a car, and they were like, "Could you just like mess up some trees?" Yeah. Anyway, so that never came out. We did some stuff for a movie, but I think that's still going to come out. It's just not. We did some segments for a movie. And then there was another thing too. Oh, we did a video for a game last year and then finished it. And then they were like, thank you. But the game was going to come out soon, and now it's not. We don't know when it's going to come out. Okay. And it still hasn't come out. So, but why was I bringing that up? Oh, in the segments we did for this indie movie that's going to come out at some point, there is a horror movie-esque part to it. And we actually rented a fancy set in LA that looked like, okay, this looks like where somebody be murdered. Like, it looks terrifying. And we put those lights, those tube lights all over it. And use the iPad to like, okay, now hit this. And it, when the guy comes in, it all goes red,
cool. Yeah.
And then he's doing something else and it all starts to go green. And it was really cool. I mean, we made it a little cheesy, but, cause it was supposed to be, but, those lights are really, having the iPad app and all that stuff. It was so cool. The stuff you can do now with filmmaking is really, really
it's
cool.
So much easier. I mean, you saw everything get easier.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You were at the dawn of like mini. It was all mini DV, right? When you started.
Yes. You had to sit and log each clip.
Real time, baby.
Oh, man. And it would be like, I used to be the guy who would do that. It's like, we'd all be here, we'd shoot the thing, and it was like, I would make the sacrifice every time of my own time. I would be like, you guys can all go home. I'm gonna capture the tapes. But I really I think it always helped me because I'll say there's pros and cons to all the things that change. And I will say the one thing that I liked about capturing footage manually from a tape is I watched every take, every single clip. I mean, I still like to watch through all the footage now.
I have to. As an editor, that's like the most important
still have to do
part.
that.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I do, but it was like you lived through it in a different way when you had to do all that in real time.
Totally.
And it's almost like by the end of capturing it, I've memorized it all. So it's like, yep, third take of this shot. Yeah. Fifth take of that shot. You know, now it's not as committed to memory. I'll go through it, but then I'll be like, okay, which one was it that I said this funny?
You get those gut feelings while you're watching it, and it's like a no pressure. I have to do this.
Yes.
Here's my footage.
Yeah.
Totally. I remember that. I mean, that's when I got into filmmaking too. Was mini DV.
Mini DV, and then when I remember going to Missouri to meet our DVD producer at the time, and he had a camera. It was like, it just records to memory card. It was like, oh, what?
Was it some crazy card?
It was those dorky ass P2 cards. Yeah. Oh, 1080p. Wow. How much 1080p? About 10 minutes. Oh, 10 minutes of 1080p.
It's like film.
Yeah, and that's what he said. And then that would drive me nuts because I would go on like dvxuser.com to get like people talking about is this camera worth getting? It can only do 10 minutes of HD footage because I'm used to like recording hours of stuff, long takes and things like that. You can only do 10 minutes of HD footage. Is that worth it? And people would always respond the same way. They would go, "Well, welcome to Hollywood."
Yeah.
I mean, that's just it. If you're not ready for Hollywood, don't film in HD. Don't do it and they said that. It's like having a film mag. Film mag holds 10 to 15 minutes, so this should be just fine for you if you're a filmmaker. And it's like, bro,
Kubrick made it work.
Yeah, they would say stuff like that, and then people would ask for examples of their work, and it would never be. It would always be specifically this example. What I'm about to say, it would always be this. Never anything different. It would be like, show your work, and it would always be, well. I filmed my sister's wedding. It was always their sister's wedding. Never even like, oh, my uncle or a friend of mine got married. My sister's wedding. That's what they said.
That sounds like
time.
A nightmare. 10 minutes at a time.
Yeah.
How do you film a wedding?
Yeah. I now pronounce you. Oh, shit. Do you have another
Swap
card?
it.
Okay. What did he pronounce them? Can you say that again?
Oh, man.
Say the vowels again.
That's
by the way,
stress because that was my start in high school. Was filming weddings, and man, that sucks.
That'll get you. Everybody's filmed a wedding or two at some point. By the way, speaking of that, the chat, you've heard this story probably a million times, but in case I never told you, that was a legendary thing at Sean's friend Kevin's wedding. Not Kevin that like it works here at Mega 64, but a different friend, Kevin. He was in Mega 64 version 1, I think. Old friend of ours, and when he got married, whoever filmed their wedding only used the mic on the camera, so the audio is really poor. The audio is really poor already, but then he was making sounds. The priest would come in, okay, and do we have the rings? And he would go, and so all this footage has the guy going.
It's like lightsaber sound effects.
And we were just watching it like, are you joking? That's in here permanently.
That's so funny.
But like, why does he have to do that? Anyway, sorry.
You do that stuff though.
I've told them.
Camera,
I've told them that story a million times, but I've never told you that, so I had to tell you.
That's good, man.
Anyway, there's me. There's some more shots.
If anyone wants to see the short, if you search Future Boys Dust,
yes,
it should show up on YouTube. It's up on YouTube. It's not in post production. It's all out. Came out in December. But yeah, search Future Boys. And
that's a great shot. I don't know why I didn't have that photo saved here already. Well, I guess it's in the background now.
We're just covering up the cool part.
Yeah, that's true. It was there.
I love that shot.
But before today, I didn't have it. Oh, I look cool there too.
Look at that.
Oh, I need to. See? I'm gonna post all these on my Instagram if that's okay with you.
Oh yeah, and this one was like a poster. I made this into like a poster.
Oh,
with like a laurel and stuff.
That's really cool. That's a great shot. Yeah, absolutely.
Our DP Theo Karpenko, he shot that on set. He was great. All the look up. If you Google or if you search on Instagram the names of the credits, you can find all of our crew. They were great.
Yeah.
They were all great people to work with.
Yeah, absolutely.
These were storyboards actually that I made with Theo. A big reference for Theo actually, like in he finally got me to watch Ava. Because there were frames we were referencing. He was trying to reference. It was kind of more inspiration. It's not like we were trying to
to be an Ava.
But it was like cool, just cool sci-fi imagery that. Yeah. And I remember watching that in pre-production because of him. And yeah. But yeah,
That's
he has
really
great
cool.
taste. He was a godsend on set.
I'm so bad at anytime I've ever tried to shoot something. I don't ever storyboard anything. Like Derek is good about this too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. I'm
You
just
can
like
see-
I'd rather be on set going, what should we do next, guys? Hello, anybody?
But the in 5 minute stuff, were you like
That yeah,
referencing
okay.
hardcore? Like,
So
it
that-
seems like it, you were.
Yeah, with DBZ, we didn't really. It was goofy enough that it's like, and also to be real, I've committed enough DBZ to memory that it's just like I already know this
you go
is
to
this
the mine castle.
Yes.
And, yeah.
But then there were shots like Gohan going Super Saiyan 2 that is like, no, this is such an iconic scene. Print out every frame.
Yeah.
And let's stick to that. And then for Evangelion, we did that the entire video, I think. It was like every scene the night before, print, okay, that shot. That one was meticulous, and it took forever.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, after that, it was like, nope, don't want to do that again. Back to DBZ.
Yeah.
Let's have them fight again, and then we'll be done. Thank you, Kevin Mulbach, for the sub. There are other people have subbed, I think, and I didn't say anything. But
Sorry if we're missing questions. We're gonna like ask.
Yeah.
We'll have like a forum later.
Yeah.
We'll be looking at chat.
Yeah, actually, if you have a chat, guys.
Yeah.
If you have a chat, if you have a question in the chat, ask it, and we will answer that. We're just kind of poking around here, but is there behind the scenes footage of Future Boys where you did green screen stuff in the Mega 64 studio?
Some in the in the video up top. There's some
Here.
No, just in like the embedded.
Yes.
but-
Yeah, there's some in there.
I feel like we do have some. It's just not organized right now. But this
There's
was
a
all
little bit
this
of
was
that
all
in
Mega
there.
64.
Yeah.
All the green screen stuff. So like if even earlier when he's in the vat and we have that top down
Yeah.
shot, that was that's a good one there.
It was kind of
You can see the podcast set there.
Yeah, it is the pirate set. Now it was kind of all hands on deck this day, so there wasn't a dedicated like behind the scenes guy.
No, that was we
You
were
know.
we were very scrappy on the green
Yeah,
screen days.
yeah.
It was a tighter
I
crew.
should have been the behind the scenes guy. I wonder if I have some more maybe on my phone from then. I'd have to look at some backups.
July 2020.
Yeah. How did you and Rocco end up meeting? What was our first?
It was okay. I met Derek at a local film festival. We both had music videos that got into the one of the film awards,
Yes.
film consortium awards.
Yes.
And Derek was there. Well, and I realized this before I even showed up. I was like, "That's Derek from Mega 64. That's Derek Acosta."
Yeah.
And I'm big fans. I grew up in San Diego, and I've been a fan of Mega 64.
Oh, that's
forever,
awesome.
and-
Thank you. There's another shot in the studio, by the way.
Yeah, that's
If you need to see it.
yeah, and I just kind of approached him. It was a cool atmosphere. It was in a bar, so like I just
Oh, okay.
went up
cool.
and joined his table. Dude, Johnny was there too, and he was visiting for the first time.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
joined us late 2019, I think.
Yeah, and it was like early. It was I don't even know. It was early. It was earlier than that, so it was before he had even joined.
Oh, okay.
Because it was mid. This was
Yeah.
early, and then
And
Derek.
there's Erin.
That's Erin, my wife.
Yeah,
She was the
with tracking.
template for the Infinite Girl, who's this like very heavy. It ended up being like a full CG, like and morph. But we
Okay.
matched her movement basically. She was like the visual reference for the CG and for the like
Cool.
morphing stuff we did with the face and with the body.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. Yeah. So I met him, had a beer, introduced myself. We both liked each other's work at the festival, so it was like
Yeah.
it was easy to like go up to him. And he was super cool and
Yeah.
invited me to the studio, and
That's cool.
I got to meet everyone.
Yeah.
And then I think like a few months later when I had this project, I texted him to see, and I was like, I have a project that Rocco might be interested in. I love to pitch it. You should pull up the little treatment I showed you, because this was the pitch deck here.
Here?
Oh, I wonder, is it just
Yeah, it doesn't let me do anything
Oh.
with it.
well, this treatment basically is what convinced.
Just
I
that
mean-
image. I saw that image and I went, I'm in.
It's yeah, I mean, basically it was like a little it was a pitch deck. So there was like really
Yeah.
rough comps. I like photoshopped a bunch of comps, kind of like this front page.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just kind of told you the vibe and kind of explained really broad strokes. It was simple, 6-page.
Yeah.
And then I also handed you the script, and yeah, and Rocco was super cool. I didn't even I mean, you just know me through passing and through some
Yeah.
VFX work. I remember,
Yeah.
oh yeah, Derek, we had like a meeting where we watched our work, like when Derek first introduced me to you guys.
Yeah.
He showed you guys like my work, and that was my foot in the door at Mexico.
And I remember, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be brutally honest here. That I remember you immediately were like, "Hey, I've got a treatment for a thing. I'm just gonna leave that there. Check it out, do that, whatever." And I was like thinking in my head, "Damn, you barely know me. You want me to do something? What is this? What are you doing?" Like, yeah, you are. What am I? I mean, not that you were like a jerk or anything.
No,
but I
but
was just I was like, oh,
random.
Man, okay, you already, all right. And then you like left or something, and Derek was just like, "Do it. Do that. Whatever's that. Do that. Do it." I was like, okay, can I look at it for a second? And then I did, and I was like, oh yeah, this looks awesome. Yeah,
Thank you, Derek.
He was just like, I would do that. Whatever he put in there, I would just do it. Oh, okay, all right. I will take that advice. But anyway, no, looking at the stuff, it was just like, oh, this is gonna be neat. So I was stoked about that. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, it was
Dude,
great
miserable
shot.
Eric.
Yeah.
No Eric from YouTube, just getting covered in glycerin.
Oh, someone asked earlier, did you already answer this? Did you know them ahead of time, or did you reach out to them during this?
Eric, so 2 months before the short, we were going to start shooting the short. I had another actor in mind for the lead.
Yeah.
The producer on the short, Adam. He was going to be our lead, and we've made stuff forever. He's like my best friend, and you cast your friends.
Yeah,
and
sure.
We did a whole makeup test with him and everything, but I found 2 months before shooting, I found Noke Eric's channel just by total chance.
Okay.
And he just embodied the Vat Boy.
Yeah.
So much more.
Yeah.
My friend Adam is fit and it would have been a whole different vibe. It would have been cool, but not what Eric provided. He really one, he's just an incredible actor. He's just in it and super creative. We really when I first reached out to him, because he had a underground YouTube channel.
Yeah.
It's still kind of underground. It's very underappreciated. Super creative powerhouse. He's been doing stop motion stuff recently.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't see that.
He's doing a really cool project this month with a big YouTuber. It's a feature film. It's going to be uploaded on YouTube.
Is it I think I know.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's under wraps, but you'll see it soon. It's coming out at the end of the month.
Yeah, I think I know.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now
I didn't
it's
mean
spoiled.
I didn't mean to give that out.
Now the feature is in question.
Yeah. Future Beast is the new short. That was dumb.
But yeah, I found his
Epic
channel.
Rap Battles of History. That's what it was. Yeah.
That's right. They're bringing it back, right? Nice Peter and
Yeah. Epic Lloyd. And now no character. No, they're all gonna. It's gonna be like a trinity.
But I just reached out to him, and he was sweet. He loved it, and we flew him out. He was down to shave his head. He had long blonde hair.
Okay, yeah, that was my next question. I don't know what his normal hair situation is.
No, he really sacrificed a lot.
Wow.
He just went for it, and he just was the guy, man.
Yeah, that's so cool. Wow.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, making decisions like that too.
Yeah.
With your friends and.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But it worked out, and I needed Adam as a producer, it turned out. So I'm very happy with how everything worked out.
Yeah.
This was how we did the jumping over.
Oh.
So, he jumps over the ledge.
Yeah.
In the climax.
Yeah.
We just had a little C-stand for him to jump over, and then I kind of brought that wall just forward.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know how you did that either. Wow.
Yeah.
So, Tutti Frutti in the chat says, I remember when Rocco posted a behind-the-scenes photo of the film back in 2020, and then Noke Eric posted a similar shot from another angle, and I freaked out. That's so funny. Killer DLS asked, who are your favorite movie directors and influences?
Ooh.
What would you say?
I'm blanking on his name, but the director of It Follows and Under the Silver Lake. That's one of my... he's fantastic. It Follows 2 just got announced.
Oh,
2.
okay.
He's working on that right now.
Oh, okay.
Those are great. Kubrick is
What's his name? Skippy or something. I don't remember. What is his name?
Skippy?
David Robert Mitchell?
David Robert Mitchell. Okay. He's fantastic. I love him. One of the best modern directors. I mean, Kubrick is cliche, but he really pushes the ceiling in a way that's super inspiring and jaw-dropping. And then
wait, who did you just say?
Kubrick.
Kubrick. Nah.
Yeah.
I think you did better, personally.
And then
nailed it.
Joachim Trier, Oslo August 31st is a great movie that blew my mind. Shane Carruth, when he was still working, Upstream Color was really inspiring to me, and Primer, just because they're very low budget.
You know what kills me?
Yeah.
Can I go back to Kubrick for just a second? You know what kills me? I always liked Barry Lyndon.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah, and especially just, how they shot it and all that stuff, of course. I mean, but you know what kills me is I always like to go see movies at the New Beverly Theater in L.A., one of my favorite, like, rerun films kind of theater. I'm there all the time in case anybody in L.A., was that in here? Yes, it was me. I'm probably there half the time. If I'm in L.A., I'm going to stop there and see something. But anyway, love Barry Lyndon. Wanted to go, and it was right on the threshold of, I'll be at PAX. I might fly back in by then. I'm not going to go. You know what happened? It was like not that many people there, and Margot Robbie was there. She was just chilling, watching Barry Lyndon, like, yo, this movie's dope. I could have said hi. I could have been like, and Margot Robbie hanging out.
Or Mega actor in a Mega 64 video.
That's what I was going to say. Oh, Margot, I know you're about to watch the movie. Dude, I've got the funniest skit idea. Check this out. And I had a chance, and I couldn't. You
blew it. You should have been bold like me with you. You should have
exactly. It would have been. That would have been. I would have been like, listen, I got a treatment. It's called The Haunted Wii 2. It's called Timbo Returns, and check this out. You punch my eye out. No, someone gets their eye punched out. I don't know who, but you could just be in it. She could be the one with the spinner watch going, that's a wrap.
She would have gone for it, too,
She would have done it, too. I always hear she's nice. She's not going to say, fuck off. She's nice. So I didn't mean to curse. I don't know if you curse in your programming.
I mean, go to God's Abomination, our YouTube channel.
Oh, okay. All right, there you go.
It's pretty disgusting. Oh, yeah. Let me forward this to the email. It's green screen stuff. Oh, you did?
Oh, okay.
Oh, was it? I think I have to forward it. Is it this link?
No.
From 813?
No, that's different.
Let me send it to me, and I'll forward it to Rocco.
Yeah, because I don't know if I can open that here.
Yeah.
I have different one here.
But this will be, Aaron just sent us some green screen BTS.
Awesome. Oh,
from the studio.
This is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great. We'll show that.
That's my wife, Erin, costume designer.
Thank you again, Erin. Costumes, did everything.
She's my creative bounce board for everything.
There you go. It's awesome. And
yeah.
So we'll pull that up in just a second. Any other questions while we are in the chat, taking a look around?
Yeah. Was the short film based somewhat on any sci-fi short?
I just skipped that.
Something like that, right?
Up there.
Was it based on any science fiction short? It's inspired by sci-fi. I can't help but like imbue Matrix DNA and stuff like that. But really, it was just inspired with, like, I was a really big early adopter with VR, and I just kind of saw a lot of the just kind of where, that future feeling that a lot of people had when they first started doing VR. And so it's inspired by just kind of forward projecting in a really maybe dark mood. And
okay.
It's definitely like not a bright vision of the future. It's like, what's the worst case scenario? For guys, it's probably the VATS.
I it's so funny that people actually ask you your inspiration, because I wear mine so much on my sleeve that whenever I try to do something creative on my own, people are like, fucking Twin Peaks.
This is this times this.
Yeah,
people,
yeah,
that's like that's
don't even ask
that's
me.
most half the comments are like people making connections like that. This is like this.
Yeah,
it's a big,
that
it's a big
I
YouTube
do get
comment.
those.
Yeah,
this is like Tim and Eric meets the
so mine is
Farrelly
like
brothers.
Mine is like Tim and Eric meets the Matrix.
Yeah.
Not really, but yeah, it's got definitely has sci-fi DNA. Just movie, but no direct influence.
Sure.
All right, sweet. I'm gonna forward.
Oh,
this.
you get that? Okay, cool. Yeah, let me know. Yeah, there is. Shruboo is right. We do have so much content now that is kind of impossible to not make comparisons. I get it.
True.
I do get that.
And it's a comfort thing. I do it too when I watch something.
Yeah.
It's like a oh, they mix this with this. You kind of want to know the alchemy of how stuff is made. And
sure.
Yeah.
Kaido Kid Shadow said Dragon Ball in 5 minutes is like Citizen Kane meets Mulholland Drive. Yeah, I agree.
True.
That's what we were going for. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Surfing the Gnarl. I'll write that down yonder.
Okay. I'm gonna take a look.
It was just
at
emailed.
this. Okay, great.
It's another iCloud link.
Okay. Let's
Oh,
see
and,
what we
and
got.
Aaron said your tweet is embedded in this.
Oh, it is. Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, awesome.
Oh,
These
that-
are great. These are great.
Oh, this is super
Awesome.
cool. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let's flip over to that. We're gonna bring it on over.
Thank you, Aaron.
Yeah, that's so
Clutch.
cool. Okay, everybody. You wanted to see behind the scenes of Mega 64 Studio. This is where you get it. So yeah, some of those tube lights were in. You could kind of see them. Well, maybe you can't. I don't know. You could see them. They're around. They got all kinds of fancy lighting stuff. I don't know if I could show that, but pretend.
There's Eric being a trooper.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, it was.
Damn, we had the whole thing done. And then over here was blue in the background because I believe that was you could see the city set for Ava.
Yes,
in 5
we got
minutes.
to see. That was cool as a
Yeah.
Mega 64 fan.
Yeah.
I got to see. And Rocco was like, no BTS. All these
Yeah.
BTS stuff that we were taking was like on lockdown for that.
Yeah.
No photos. We had that in the call sheet. No on. I mean, everybody
Yeah.
knew not to take photos.
Yeah, because
and
we
not
were
to
we were
post.
working on Evangelion. And it was just like I was nervous. We had so many. A lot of times we could just throw a sheet over. Oh, we're filming with that. Just cover it up. But there was so much big stuff.
Massive.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
that it was like
surrounding
I
us.
can't
Yeah.
hide this stuff. So we gotta put that in the.
Very cool, creative work environment. Mega 60,
Yeah.
it was a dream. Like shooting here was just
Oh, that's great to hear. I'm glad.
awesome. Yeah, super supportive.
And again, like you putting this tarp over and then like coloring
Yeah.
it blue, so it kind of gives
that's
the effect
Fio.
of
That's Fio.
Okay,
The
yeah.
DP, he masterminded that.
but it gives the effect of like water. They're underwater. That was so
Yeah.
well done. That was so well done.
Give a bit of a that floating feeling.
Yeah, that's really really cool.
And then these are cool. If you go up that's like the Infinite Girl light. Like when the Infinite Girl
Yeah,
comes, she's
there's
all
those tube lights I was talking
RGB.
about. Yeah.
And that's Fio RDP there on the right.
Yeah,
And
killed it.
Yeah, that lighting rig was so cool.
God, yeah. Again, seeing that, we went, oh, we need these lights. Yep. So this shoot ended up costing us a lot of money. Like it cost you, but when you left, we were all just like, I want all that gear. How do we get all that gear? So that kind of drove us a little crazy.
So you didn't know we rent our gear.
No, I know, but it was like, no, we want to have that. We're gonna use it all
it's
the time.
worth it, and I mean, like you said, they weren't that expensive.
Yeah.
The power stuff adds up.
Yeah.
There's Fio again.
Yeah.
Figuring out. That was like a dolly between the two RGBs.
And again, everyone's doing masks because we were like, we didn't know
Look at the
where we
date.
were at.
It is June 27th, 2020.
Yeah, and so we were all very careful, very masked up,
It was
tested,
almost
all that stuff.
Before, it was also like we were super cautious, but it was also before we heard the worst of what COVID had to offer. I feel like
kind of was, yeah.
It was like, I mean, I think while we were shooting, it was like, I mean, it was scary. It was tense.
yeah.
And
We even on when we shot at that garage,
yeah,
we even we stayed in an Airbnb, and again, it was kind of like, this is okay, right?
Yeah.
Is it okay? It is. Is it? Is it?
We were like,
I think it is. So I went in a room where I was like, I think I'm just going to be probably by myself in here. And then when I woke up, there were other people in the room. I was like, wait, I made it. Wait, are we okay? We're okay? Was it okay we did that?
No one
I don't
got
know.
sick,
No
but
one
we-
knew. No one got
we
sick.
we were, I mean, now we look at it, it's totally gambling, but
Yeah. But at
Yeah.
that time, I will say,
yeah.
we were very, very safe. Everything we did, and like I was taking tests, I was doing all
Yeah,
that stuff.
yeah.
We really did have it like on lock. So, but it was such a weird time. That was very, very odd.
Adam, our producer, was like checking temps at the
Yes.
meeting. That was like the standard.
Yeah.
We were doing like industry standard stuff.
Yeah.
Because film sets were not shut down. They were kind
Yeah.
of hybrid, still trying to make it work
Yeah,
at
yeah.
the time.
Yeah. Somebody took a picture of me in the studio. I don't
Yeah.
know why they did that, but there it is. But yeah, I love that. Oh, there's a setup of that again. Podcast
That's
set
Adam,
in the background,
Our
but
producer.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. There's,
yeah,
there's all the gross liquid
That's a shot that we
that
did.
you cut,
Yeah, we
right?
cut.
Yeah.
But that's shot with an infrared cam. I still use that thing. It's super cool. I mean, Denis had to come in and use infrared.
Oh.
He kind of took that a little
Yeah,
bit.
he kind
little
of
bit
ripped you off
inspiration.
on that. Oh yeah, we'll just do a whole fight with that.
On the Sad World channel, a really underrated video, My Skinwalker Story. That was all shot on infrared. It's like a monologue. It's that's one of my favorites on his channel.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Got to work with him on that. But yeah, infrared's sweet. I love it gives like a weird alien look. It's like why he used it. It makes your skin, it makes your pores pop and your skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what he looked like in real life. And then if you go to, if I tab over to frame, we can see the infrared like of that shot. So this one, just to compare, like.
Here. Sorry.
Yeah, that one.
And okay, that one, and then boom.
And then go like up to the video and go to like here. I think we'll see like some infrared raw stuff. Maybe earlier. Let's see. Or later.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Subtle. It's like, oh, it's in there somewhere. I think it's right before it's as he's. Okay. Yeah, there's one shot. So like that's a good example just of like the weird skin.
Yeah.
There, that was an infrared shot, and we had another. If you go look in the short,
I did not realize you did that.
If you look in the short, there's also a shot close up of his face.
Yeah, that I remember that shot. Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't in this like little BT. Oh, there it is.
There you go.
That's it.
Go back. There we go.
Yeah, it gives a weird. And if you notice that mesh that's on his face is black, but in infrared it showed up as white. It's like a really. It's interesting. It does some funny stuff with textures.
That's so funny. Wow, yeah. I did not know that. And there's a little more infrared.
You can see like veins. It kind of makes your skin clear. It's yeah.
Well, that's cool.
But yeah.
That's amazing. Well, yeah, and then there's more.
Oh, that was from the binder.
Oh yeah, there's the binder. This is what I remember. The future happened a while ago, kid.
You're hitting a Minnesota vape flavor.
There you go. That's you making it happen there. Whole set.
That's Chelsea, our makeup artist. Oh my gosh, Chelsea was a heavy lifter on this.
Yeah,
she's awesome. If you look her up, Chelsea Delfino, she's done like all the Doja Cat videos recently.
Whoa,
like the ridiculous amount of makeup.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing.
She's huge now, and
that's so cool.
We were lucky that we were able to get her like as she was kind of blowing up, and she was fantastic.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Couldn't have done it without her because there was a lot of just like subtle makeup stuff. Like we were like here, she's applying to make it kind of look red, like he's been in VR, like pressed up, just matching.
God,
gave him
that's
some
so
acne.
Rad.
Yeah, she's a total pro.
Making Eric look like a typical Twitch streamer right here. So it fits the venue that we're at right now.
It's beautiful.
That's so cool. Wow.
She airbrushed him for the VR stuff, completely head to toe airbrushed him to kind of give him a bit of like a smoothed out look.
Yeah. Man, that's awesome.
She was great. It's awesome having like a pro makeup. That was my first time having a dedicated DP, a dedicated makeup, dedicated second AC. Like it was just fantastic.
Wow.
I was really it was a cool experience.
This is the thing we were talking about earlier. So I posted this clip. That's it. And I must have got a million DMs about that. Like, what was that? What did you just post? What's going on?
For years, probably.
Yeah.
It's like,
for a long time. Well, this is awesome. Well, I want to kind of wrap this up here. You know, I think is there anything that we haven't covered that you would like to? Wait, what was this? This is another thing that I posted. I don't remember posting this. Oh, just like cool colors.
RGB.
Oh, that was it. That's awesome. Well, what's going on? Wait, what is this? What is this?
Let's see. Is this the taco shop?
There you go. Making.
That's some of the BTS of the crafty on set.
Yeah, there you go. That's how good it was. We want to remember.
That's in depth, people.
That's how we do it. So, all right, what's next for you then? What's in the future, so to speak? What can we look forward to? I mean, you kind of brought some things up. Is there anything else we should know about or anything you want to plug?
Yeah, God's Abomination on YouTube. That's our short channel. That's making shorts with Eric from Future Boys and Noah from Sad World. And we're all just kind of teaming up and making creative content on there. Shorts this year. And then we've got some bigger stuff ahead. My big dream is to make feature films. I mean, that's where we're trying to work up to. And we've got scripts. We're just kind of getting them ready and starting to, find people that can invest. And
okay.
Future Boys was like a director's statement to give faith to investors. That was another thing. It's like, hey, we've done this for this amount.
Yeah, on your own, you could do all this. Yeah,
so it's like, imagine what we could do with like a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's the big dream. Yeah, but you can follow our work on God's Abomination. That's where I'm posting short films I'm directing this year. We have a short with Rocco that's coming out.
Oh, yeah. Year. You think that would be soon? What do you think?
It'll be this year.
What's your guess? Okay.
I'll give you the next 6 months.
Okay.
It'll be in the next 6 months.
Okay, the next
We've got a backlog, but we're starting to we shot all these short films last year, and now we're like kind of editing. We've got like 4 shorts we've got to get through and post.
Yeah.
I work a full-time freelance job, and so it's all passion project
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
But we'll be posting there. You can follow our stuff there.
Yeah.
You can follow my Instagram, Julian Clark Films, and that's probably a good place.
There you go.
To follow me. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely do that because the stuff that you're making is incredible. It's only the best is yet to come. I already know some of this stuff on God's Abomination is the thing that we filmed. I'm so excited for that to come out.
That's a full green screen shoot.
Yeah, we were totally on green screen the whole time.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's saying too much, but I was using that thing.
Yeah, he was on
I was on that treadmill.
Yeah, the green treadmill.
You guys, me on a treadmill the whole time. That's a dangerous combination, but
you didn't fall.
Did it. No, I didn't fall.
You were worried.
I thought I was seriously, but it worked out. So you'll get to see it. Anyway, yeah.
Yes, it was all CG and comping and Kaido. But yeah.
Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you. Oh, somebody subbed and I didn't bring it up. Thank you. Oh wait, Seeker Gatherer. Oh, they're telling me how to pitch myself to Margot Robbie. Okay, I missed the chance. Okay, so that's over.
Don't bring it up.
A little late for that.
It's a big pain point for him.
A little late.
That could have changed everything.
I think it was Jenny the Fiend that subbed or something. I missed the sub. You know what? If you subbed, then thank you.
If anyone else has questions, shoot me a DM on Instagram at Julian Clark Films.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I had a great time. I enjoyed it. Thank you for stopping by. This was finally an episode worthy of the name FutureProbe.
We synced up, Rocco. Finally.
Yeah, we made it happen. So thank you all for tuning in. We hope you liked it. We hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, leave it. And you know what? We're gonna put this on YouTube. If you got questions in the comments, maybe we'll respond to that too.
Yeah, you should put the link to the short in the description too.
No, I don't do that. Okay. That's not my style.
I could use the views because
I like
doesn't have as many views as the other Dust shorts.
I like people to find things on their own. It's kind of a
organic.
Yeah,
approach.
That way it's kind of like, oh look, I found that. It's the thrill of the hunt. No, I'll link to it. It's fine. All right, thank you everybody for tuning in. This has been another FutureProbe episode. Take care. Be nice. Stay positive. I don't know how to send us out. Do you have any cool thought to send us out? A cool thought.
Be careful with VR pornography.
What? We don't do that. I'm turning this off. We don't talk about that.